My heart is broken and I can't leave this way. How should I forget my significant other? Is there any way to forget someone who I loved? This sentence might be familiar to you if you are watching my video right now. Don't worry, what you're experiencing at the moment is something which nearly one of us was involved once in our life. I know this fact won't make you happy right now. However, if you keep watching this video, you will get some tips and tricks which can help you to ease the whole process. Finding the answer on how to forget someone is not as difficult as it seems at first glance, because a lot of people experience same situation in their life. Therefore, there are many scientific-based tips and tricks which can help you. With the right knowledge and commitment on your side, you can do this much more easier. So are you ready to finally forget the person you want? Then let's get started. Tip 1. Accept what happened. Certainly there are romantic stories when everything can be started once again with blank pages. However, these situations are rare like unicorns. You don't need to be the one who can't accept the fact that something is over even if you want it very hard. When you finally stop creating unnecessary scenarios in your head, then this will be the point when you're finally able to let go the past and your soul will be calm. Tip 2. Let it go. It's already a great start when you acknowledge what happened. However, if you can't let go your past, your future won't be bright. Letting go all the things can be the ultimate answer if you would like to free your mind and soul once again. You must promise yourself no matter what happened, you won't look back and you don't try to find answers for unexplained questions. The fact of forgetting someone can be simplified by this way, and I'm quite sure that you don't want to create unnecessary scenarios in your head and you don't want to overthink this situation. Anyway, if you would like to get some ideas how to stop overthinking, then feel free to click on the link on the screen. Tip 3. Cut off everything which reminds you to them. Forgetting someone quite often works like a drug. Anytime when you get a small taste of the person who you try to forget, your inner demons will haunt you. The funniest part is that this kind of impression should not be physical. It's enough if you see their Facebook profile or Instagram stories. Furthermore, it can be more than enough if one of your common friends always mentions you what's going on with them. The curse of modern technology is that nowadays it is easier to get information about everything and everyone, which won't be beneficial in your case. Shortly, cut off everything which reminds you to the person who you would like to forget. Block their social media accounts, remove all the objects what you have received from them in the past, and also ask your common friends to don't mention their names. Tip 4. Keep your mind distracted. You will see when you finally eliminated all the things which reminds you to the person who you would like to forget, your mind will be free once again, but it is just the beginning. Your brain will constantly challenge you and sometimes you will feel no matter how hard you try, you would like to get back your past. This can happen especially if your mind won't get distracted and you have too much free time. We tend to turn against ourselves when we are in the middle of our boredom. Therefore, you must keep your mind busy and you need to set goals for yourself. Gladly, there are nearly endless opportunities how to spend your free time, and if you would like to get some extra hints, don't hesitate to click on the screen, because in this video I have collected many useful free time activities. Tip 5. Write down your feelings. One of the best advice that I can give you in your situation if you start to write down your feelings. Of course, you can take a piece of paper, but I highly suggest you to make your own journal. Journaling can be an excellent self-development tool, and it won't only support you through the forgetting process, but it also can be part of your self-development in the future. Moreover, journaling can help you to improve your emotional intelligence, and it can also help you to get aligned with your own emotions. Lastly, if you use your journal wisely, it can help you to set into a positive mindset which will be absolutely beneficial in your situation. Anyway, I have not long ago created a well-detailed guide about how to start journaling, so feel free if you would like to get some extra ideas regarding your own journaling journey. Tip 6. Work on yourself. If you are feeling down and out, there is no reason to keep yourself in such a state. You must consider this point in your life as some kind of unique moment which can fully support your future self-development. Sadly, most people in their own relationship won't do anything for their self-development, and right now this will be the perfect time if you would like to work on yourself. At this tip you can start to collect what kind of goals were in your head in the recent years. So did you want to read an interesting book? Go ahead and buy a couple of new books and start to read them. Maybe you always wanted to start exercising? Then don't wait anymore. Come up with the right plan, buy the necessary equipment and let's start working out. Did you hear about meditation but you never had a chance to try it before? Sit down, relax and start your own meditation journey. And at this point you can check out my beginner's guide regarding meditation if you would like to get some extra ideas. To wrap up this tip, forgetting someone can provide you astonishing possibilities if you would like to work on your self-development. Pick a couple of activities that you always wanted to try and don't hesitate to jump into them. Tip 7. Expand your comfort zone. One of the biggest inconveniences that we will face when we try to forget someone that our comfort zone will be shattered. From one day to another, everything will be changed within a blink of an eye, especially when we are talking about romantic relationships. We live together with our significant other and next day we find ourselves once again alone. We might feel that the world is falling apart, however, every end has a possibility to start something new. In your case right now, that means that you can create your own comfort zone once again and you can fill up with the activities that you choose. If you take my advice, you won't limit your possibilities regarding your comfort zone but rather expand them. Don't stay at home all day and night and make sure that you don't watch only Netflix during the whole day or play video games. Try to experience the world once again. Collect as many unique experiences as you can through traveling, meet with new people and so on. Find interesting hobbies for you. Find your true inner self and get aligned with your expectations. Don't wait too much before taking decisions but rather grab them. And lastly, figure out what were your biggest regrets in your relationship and finally overcome on them. Shortly, keep your mind busy and constantly try to figure out how you would like to re-establish your comfort zone, but before you set the borders, make sure that you experience as much as you can. Anyway, if you are interested in what I say about comfort zone and why I think that this can be one of our biggest enemies in our life, then feel free to check the video on the screen. Tip 8. Don't try to remove the person from your mind. I know this tip can be tricky, but don't try to forget the person itself. By the end of this video, it might be shocking that all the previously shared tips can be closed with such a tip, but let me explain a bit more. If you try to stop thinking about the person who you would like to forget, it won't work at all. But rather, you just still keep thinking about them and it won't help to ease your job. Forgetting someone is not like that you are sitting at your cozy home and you convincing yourself that I need to forget this person, I need to forget this person. This is not the way it works. Instead, you must trick your mind and you constantly need to come up with activities which can distract you from the person. Trust me, after a couple of months everything will be much better, and sometimes if you start to think about the person you would like to forget, you won't be angry but happy and peaceful. And this will lead to my last tip. Tip 9. Give yourself time. So my very last tip for you is to give yourself time. As wounds can be healed within 1 or 2 days on our body, our soul is working with the same way. In fact, according to science, we need approximately 18 months to forget someone finally. Sounds too long? It is what it is. Our world and nature have their own rules and no matter what happens, we need to respect them. And this is the way we work. Even if you try to rush the whole process, that doesn't mean that this will be the best solution in the end. So that was all for today, and I know very well how difficult it can be to convince yourself to forget your loved one. Personally, back in the days, it took me 2 years to finally move on a specific person in my life, but finally I was able to manage it and I became stronger than ever. If you take my advice, I know it can be hard, but cheer up and don't be sad because it will be your unique time to shine.